AI automation has never been easier to learn with tools like ChatGPT and Make.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use tools like ChatGPT and Make.com to help grow the skills necessary to build full-scale automations for real businesses. If you don't know who I am and you haven't seen my last video, my name is Enzo Bakioki, and I'm pretty much brand new in this AI automation space. And my goal is to build a AI automation agency in the next 90 days and start making money with real clients. Before we dive into how I'm going to use these tools to help make this journey easier, I first want to give a brief definition and just to help you understand what I'm actually doing with this whole AI automation agency. So the whole goal of this business model is you're selling a service to a business. Very simple. But what is this service? So there's already tools on the internet like Make.com, N8N, Zapier. These are automation tools. And you can use these tools to help map out workflows. A workflow is simply many little tasks that you string together to accomplish one big task. So if your task is gathering data from a form and putting it in a spreadsheet and then sending the information in a spreadsheet in an email to someone in your business, you can automate all of that through a workflow. That's where I come in. I'm the builder, so to speak, for that workflow. I'm the one who's getting the problem from the business, the thing they need automated, the thing that's slowing down a certain part of the business, a certain bottleneck, so to say. I'm taking what they gave me and I'm mapping out a workflow. So I'm figuring out the most efficient ways, the most efficient steps to automate that workflow using these softwares. And then I'm selling that to them for profit. And a lot of times you can actually add a retainer to where they can maybe pay you monthly if they need you to every so often check up on the automation that you gave them, or if you are helping them make appointments and you have a appointment setter bot within their business, you may be able to get a commission off of each appointment that you successfully book for the company. So in very short, and if that's confusing, just let me know in the comments. I can actually make a detailed video on what this business model is. This video is showing you how easy it is to start learning these steps to build the skills to actually start automating for a business or for your own work life. I mean, these automations aren't only things you sell. You can actually automate certain tasks in your life to make things easier for yourself. And so this video, we're gonna dive into the learning part of how to start building these workflows, these automations, and just to get comfortable with softwares like Make.com. Where does ChatGPT come into all of this? Well, ChatGPT is like the big brain. So it's going to be give me the ideas, the things I can start to build, and it's going to help me troubleshoot along the way while I'm building, because obviously I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm definitely going to need a mentor or someone to help guide me, and right now I don't have one, so ChatGPT is the best we got. So I actually deleted this part when I was recording, so I'm going back and redoing it. But basically, I'm just showing how you can use ChatGPT to help you with your Make.com automation. So what I'm basically going to do is just go into ChatGPT and tell it exactly kind of what I need to build and have it kind of throw some ideas at me and just kind of brainstorm with it. So I'll just kind of show you how I'm going to use it for this example. So I'm just going to go to ChatGPT and type, give me some AI automations / problems I can solve / build using Make.com. You could give more details. You could say, I am a beginner and am looking to get better at building automations. So let's give ChatGPT a prompt like this. and it'll kind of just throw out some ideas for you to build, so you can kind of brainstorm and see like what things actually can be built and need to be built. So it'll give you some options here. It'll give you the problem, the trigger, the action, and so what I'm gonna do is give it some more specific instructions. So my uncle owns a construction business, and I'm gonna call him later and try to see if I could build something for his business for free. So I'm just gonna actually just go into ChatGPT and say, edit it to solve a problem within the construction service niche. Yeah, you could say it. You could probably make it better, but here's some beginner friendly. So quote follow-up assistant. Since I'm recording this after, I actually already built one, and the one I built was took the kind of details from a form that someone submits, and then it basically sends them an email from that form. So it gets kind of like, gets the information and immediately sends them a response, instead of, someone sees it in a couple hours and responds in a couple hours, and then, it takes 5 hours for that customer to get a response. It just kind of makes it super quick. So I don't really see that one right here. I could even show the exact prompt I used. Here we go. So I just said I'm planning to build an automation for a construction service company. What are some common problems or bottlenecks that they face that AI can solve? And it gave me this one: leads are lost because no one follows up. So pretty much I automated this one. And yeah, so the next clip will just be me just getting into it and starting to build it. So yeah. Okay, so once we hop into make.com and we're in this work page, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of break down this step into its tasks. So we need a Google form for the customer to put their request in along with their name and email. We need a response to be sent to that email from our team, and that response, we're going to use AI to generate that response. So first things first, we need to make a form. I've already gone ahead and built the form. So this is just a basic form. So Yoke Construction Services, it's the name of the company. If you're interested in contracting, fill out the form below. And then you can make 3. I just did name, email, and job type, so they can put in that information. And the issue is, or the next step would be to actually connect this Google form to a Google Sheet, because in Make, you can't extract that information directly. You need to actually go through a sheet. So to do that, you'll just go here to responses here, and then it'll open up, and it'll just be looking like this. So, this is what the Google Sheet looks like. So let's just go ahead. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start. So we have Google form made. It's connected to Google Sheet, and now all we're going to do is we're just going to connect that Google Sheet. So we want to click Watch New Rows. So triggers when a new row is added. This is because whenever someone sends a form in, it's going to go into the Google Sheet and it's going to add a row. And what that's doing is it's now sending a trigger to make.com, and it's saying, okay, new rows added. What now was? We're going to advance the workflow. So watch new rows. We're going to connect a Google account here, search by path, my drive, and we're going to choose the file we want to connect. So we're going to come down here, we're going to click Yoke Construction Services, sheet name, form responses 1, that's the name of the sheet. Table contains headers, yes, row with headers A1 to Z1. You can change this, so you're not getting all of them. You can say A1 to D1, because that's all we're really using. So you can say A1 to D1, and then maximum results to be worked with during, 2 is fine. Oh wait, oopsies. Let's go back there. I actually messed up. A1 to D1, not D exclamation. So now we have this module, and now we're going to add the brain, the LLM, large language model, OpenAI, ChatGPT. So we're going to actually use the create a completion. So basically this allows us to put a prompt in, and it's going to complete a act based off that prompt. So we're getting that. You have OpenAI. You're going to have to connect it, and you're going to have to connect your API key. You can get your API key right here on platform.openai/API keys, and then you can just create a new secret key and then make it right here. So it's going to create a completion. We're going to you can choose the model. You can choose any model you want. I like choosing the latest one. So we're going to come here, ChatGPT 4.0. This is the current best one, and it's the latest. So we're going to click that. And so now we're hooking up ChatGPT. We're going to add a message. So we can choose a role. So is this the user? Is this an assistant, developer, system, or is it a tool? So right now this is an assistant. It's actually assisting the customer with what they need and sending them an email. So it's an assistant. Text content. So basically this will be the prompt. So this is the text content. So this is what ChatGPT is going to take in. So you can choose whatever. ChatGPT actually gave me a prompt. Says you were a friendly construction company assistant, a new lead submitted. That was your name. That's what they need. Write a professional message, thanking them, ask them which one works. Obviously, this is super basic. You'd probably want something more. Also, when you connect it, you'll want to input the actual stamps from your sheet. So you see here, opens up this page. We can actually click, okay, the name and the message or the job type directly from here. Say you could edit this and write a professional message. You could change this. I mean, obviously these are just some presets. You could actually connect this to a calendar and you could get your free times. But we'll just leave that, ask them which one works. Then you can say like, address it with company name, construction services, and then company email. Just super basic. bakiokics@gmail.com. So you can just plug the prompt in here, save it. Let's make sure we did everything. So has ChatGPT 4.0. Has the text content. Don't need to worry about this for this build. And then we're going to now add another module. So Google Sheets, info is getting put in ChatGPT. ChatGPT is making the message. Now we need to email that message to the person who put the form in, saying like, thanks for reaching out. Which day works for you for us to come by to check out whatever we're doing. So we're going to add in this Gmail, and we're going to send a new email. So we're going to come here. So we're going to connect our Gmail. Everything here we're going to have to connect. And then we're going to click to. So who's it going to? The recipient's email address. To find that, we're going to come down here to email. And yeah, we're going to put that in. The recipient name, we're going to put that in. And then you can come down here and do the subject. So this will be the subject of the email. So I'll just put in, thanks for reaching out. And then the body contents would be the message from ChatGPT. So this would be the actual message. So right here, this is the OpenAI module. And these are everything we got from it. We don't need to worry about anything except for this one here, the result. And then you're gonna, don't need to worry about any of that stuff. So you're just gonna click save. However, you will want to put who it's to, or sorry, who it's, well, obviously who it's to. So email. But if you click this, you can click who it's from. So you can, I'll put mine, who it's from. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm just going to run this module just to be able to get the information. So right now we have the information. Okay, it took the info from the sheet. It took the name, all that good stuff. And now we can run this module. So now it's going to take that information and it's going to run it. So let's see, run this module only, Google Sheets, watch new rows, name, job type. Let's redo it now that we actually have this in. So now we can actually just run this. Okay, still wants the name. Okay, so we'll just put my name. Email, we'll put my other email. So now we have the email connected. Perfect. So it created the message, and now last thing to do is just send the email. So it's gonna want us to put the email in, that's gonna send it to test it. The result, okay, actually no, let's just do this, because we do not want to have to do that. So we're just gonna actually just take the email from here, and we're gonna take the result from here. Yeah, so you'd actually want to run those first before you do that. So now if I click run once, let me move my face. If I click run once, it should get a Google Sheet, and it should send the email, except it didn't want to. So let's see what's the issue. The to parameter was invalid. So the person I was sending it to is a invalid parameter. So let's check this out. The to would be the email. So it should be this one. Email C, Nzabeki Oki. Okay, you know what? I think it's because I had this turned on. Okay, so we're gonna turn that off. And then we're just gonna plug these back in, click save, and then we're gonna run it again. If it messes up again, okay, that was it. So perfect, Gmail. So now if I go to my inbox, yeah, here we go. I have multiple because I've sent multiple in with the same email address. So look, you have, hi Jimmy, thanks for getting in touch with Back Construction Services. We have these, feel free to reply to this email or reach out to us directly. And once we get the prompt more, it'll sound better, and we can adjust it obviously, and you can change who it's from to be the person in the company you want it to be from. And yeah, that's a very simple automation that we just set up here, which automates a task for, any company, but specifically this is a need in the construction services according to ChatGPT. And you can just see how simple it is to build something like this. And what's cool on make.com, so you actually have templates. So if you come here, let's save changes. If you come here, you can actually have access to tons of public templates. So someone built generate ChatGPT completions for Google Sheet, add webhook. Let's say, what's a really cool one? Sync Facebook leads. You go to any of these, and then you can just plug and play. So you can click start guided setup to help you figure out how to set it up, create a new scenario from template. So yeah, make.com is really cool for that. But to just start building these automations, make.com is fantastic, and ChatGPT coach and as a mentor makes things a lot easier. So yeah, I think it just goes to show that if you want to start an AI agency and start learning the skills, it's so easy. And what's even easier, not easier, but another way to actually start learning is literally just go to YouTube, watch tutorials. What I would recommend is to watch the full tutorial and then go on your own and actually try to build it and see what you learn. And yeah, just start tinkering with tools like make.com, another great tool, N8N. I played around a little bit with N8N. It is a little bit more tricky. It's more if you want to go deeper into automation. Make.com is very simple, plug and play. N8N has a bit, do I remember my login? So N8N is a bit more, I guess not really complicated. Yeah, I guess it just takes more effort to build things on N8N, but it's the same sort of layout, I would say. But yeah, I actually built this from a YouTube video, so I still have no idea really. I don't really know my way around this software. But yeah, tools like Make and N8N, learning these tools and going on YouTube, finding tutorials. This is what I'm going to be doing outside of filming. I'm going to be learning how to build a lot of these just through tutorials, and then taking my skills every week and making a video about the things I learned that week. So yeah, so these are just some of the automations that you can actually build and sell to businesses. So that was my first real automation, building from scratch. And I still barely know, what I'm doing, but obviously I just showed that someone who has no experience can build something using these softwares, and eventually build something good enough to sell to businesses. And if you want to try this yourself, I'll link the prompt and the make template in the description, so you can kind of copy what I did and copy the prompt in. If you have any ideas of what I should build next, just drop them in the comments. No matter how crazy, I'll try to build them, because I just need the experience right now. And yeah, hopefully next video I'll have a business I can build something for free, and I can build that with you guys step by step. So yeah, if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you know when that video comes out. So if you could like and comment the video, that really helps boost this video to others, to just help them also be able to learn from me, but mainly with me, since I don't really know what I'm doing. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you could learn something. I know I learned a lot of skills that I'm going to be using in the future to build more automations. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned for the next video next week. See you in the next one.